Welcome to Section 8 in the Preparing for Work series. This section will help you to build your understanding of the skills and attitudes required to help you keep a job. You will require a number of resources to complete this section. To begin with, this video you're watching will guide you through the entire section and will also guide you to the other resources you'll require, such as our online PowerPoint, which contains links to videos that we feel would help you to keep a job. At times, I'll ask you to pause this video you're watching to access another video from your PowerPoint. And once you're finished with the PowerPoint video, we'll want you to share your thinking in the student booklet that we've created. This is a fillable field document, so there is no need for printing. This process will repeat as you move along through this section. You will watch this video for instructions, pause it occasionally to access information or videos from your PowerPoint. Once you've finished with that video, you will then reflect in the student booklet. Don't worry, this video will guide you through the process, and I'll explain as we go. As we near the end of this section, I will ask you to reflect on your own skills and attitudes, and then strategically set a goal specific to an area that you feel there is room for you to improve. You'll use your student booklet to help establish that goal. Finally, I'll help guide you to a resource titled Keep Your Job that will help you to succeed with the goal you've set. Considering you already have the video open, I'll now show you where to find the PowerPoint and the student booklet so we can begin. To begin with, open your web browser. For this, we recommend using Google Chrome. Search for the Pembina Trail School Division website. And on the main page, on the top menu, select What We Offer, and then down to Career and Community. Once on this page, you'll click on the Additional Resources page. This contains the entire Preparing for Work series. As you scroll down, you will find all sections posted here. We're looking for Section 8 on how to keep a job. This is the video you're watching right now. To open the PowerPoint, just click on it, and you'll notice the PowerPoint being downloaded down in the corner. Next, you're going to want to open the Keep a Job booklet. Once this document is open, make sure to download and save a copy of it before you begin your work. Otherwise, you risk losing that work. So I'll click on Download, and I'm going to give it a name that I'll recognize on my desktop. And again, save that to my desktop. And now I can close this and find that document, Student Booklet, and open it. At this point, any text that I enter into the fillable fields will be saved, because if I close the document, it will prompt me to save it before continuing. That will prevent me from losing any of my work. And now that we have everything we need open to get started, let's begin. I'd like to direct you to your PowerPoint presentation. So after all the hard work, maybe you were able to get hired, or maybe you're still waiting to hear from some employers about a possible job. Either way, it's important to know what those first days at work are going to be like. I'd like you to pause this video now, and in your PowerPoint, click on the video link titled, What to Expect at Your First Job. And when you're finished, come on back to this video for further instruction. The video you just watched gave you an overview of what you can expect at your first job, and Leah identified both some positives and some challenges that comes with having a job. Take a moment now and in your student booklet, write 2 of the positives and 2 of the challenges that Leah identified. You can record your answers here in page 1. And remember, these fillable fields will allow you to type directly in there. And please also remember that occasionally it'll be important to just save your work. In the video you watched, Anthony interviewed Leah's manager as well. What skills did the manager say that high school students should expect to have, or at least be working on when they start a new job? On page 1 of your student booklet, see if you can list 5 of the skills that the manager expects high school students to either have or at least be working on when they start a job. If you recall from the video, Anthony and Leah strongly recommended that you have a plan to help stay organized. The busier you are, of course, the more important it is to keep track of all of your commitments, and everyone benefits from having a plan to just help manage time. We're going to pause this video now and head to your student booklet to complete the questions on page 2. A good first step in making your plan is to list all of your school, work, and life commitments, like extracurricular, sports, music, any volunteering or family commitments, and of course commitments to your friends. You want to get all of that into a weekly calendar, and this can be done in your cell phone, in an agenda book, wherever you feel comfortable listing your appointments. Take a minute now and answer the questions here on page 2. Where do you keep track of your school, work, and life commitments? Also, in a few sentences, describe your process for keeping your schedule organized. And lastly, talk to 2 people in your network and share your process. Ask them what they do to stay organized. Record 2 comments or suggestions that were given to you. Balancing both school and work can be a challenge. Consider some of the suggestions in the video below as you continue to think about and create your own process to remain organized. Click on the link here in your PowerPoint to begin. As you've learned, remaining organized is an important skill to help remain successful both at school and at work. But what other skills are important to understand and develop? Other skills that you will need when venturing off to work can be categorized into one of 2 categories: hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills are the technical skills that you need to do the job. These skills are usually taught and are often very specific to the job. Soft skills, however, these are people skills, and these focus on how you personally manage yourself, how you interact with others, and communicate. Examples of hard skills would include bagging groceries, operating a cash register, speaking another language, having a degree or certificate, specific computer training, your typing speed, and learning knife skills for cook trade. And of the most important set of skills to understand and develop are your soft skills. Remember, these are your personal management skills, and they would include examples such as time management, your personal hygiene, your ability to dress professionally, your communication skills and social interaction abilities, your ability to work as a team member, your ability to be able to complete tasks and be independent, to be aware and can demonstrate safety, to be adaptable, and of course to demonstrate patience in difficult situations. Remember earlier when I said that hard skills are usually taught skills. They are skills that are usually taught by the employer, and that occurs when you're being trained. What employers are looking for someone to come in with are well-developed soft skills. And to help you better understand soft skills and the importance of these in the workplace, watch 1 or more of the videos on the next slide. To help you further your understanding of these incredibly important soft skills, also known as people skills, we've included some video links in your PowerPoint. The first 2 videos are introductory videos to soft skills. If you'd like to look deeper into soft skills, then try the intermediate level video below. Pause this video now and come on back for further instruction when you've finished. Now that you've finished watching the videos and have furthered your understanding of the importance of soft skills in the workplace, I'd like you to go to page 3 in your student booklet, and I'll show you what we're going to do. There are 2 charts found on page 3 in your student booklet. If you're a student that either is working or has had a job before, I'd like to ask you to complete the chart on the left-hand side, which will ask you to reflect on where you've worked, the position that you had, and to identify both soft and hard skills that you had developed when at work. If you have not had a job previously or any work experience, you'll complete the activity in the chart on the right-hand side of the page. It will ask you to look at a job that's being advertised in the open job market. That can be done on an online job bank or in the classifieds and in the newspaper. Find a job that interests you, and considering that job, answering the following questions. List the job title or name of the position, and try to identify both 3 soft skills and 3 hard skills that you think would be important in this job. Now that you understand the difference between soft skills and hard skills, can you tell the difference between the two? Complete the activity on page 4 in your student booklet. The column on the left-hand side contains a list of skills. See if you can correctly identify whether or not each skill is either a hard skill or a soft skill. Just type it in the correct box. When you've finished, check to see how many you were able to correctly identify using the answer key that we've provided you at the back of your student booklet. Have you ever heard of the term continuous improvement? Continuous improvement is the idea or belief that we are always improving our knowledge and our skills throughout our journey. And people that look through a continuous improvement lens understand the value of goal setting. And considering that soft skills matter so much in the workplace, it's important that you look through a continuous improvement lens and always seek to improve in your soft skills. But how do we do that? That begins by reflecting on your own skills. And by reflecting on your own skills, finding areas that maybe you could and should improve upon. Using that information, you determine an appropriate goal, and then start to develop a plan. Once you have a plan, it's time to put that plan into action and reflect on any growth that's occurred. Let's get you started now. Your first step will be to complete a self-assessment of your own soft skills. I'll show you how to do that in just a minute in your student booklet. But please know it'll be important that you take the time to reflect and answer the questions honestly. The results will be used to help you to set an appropriate goal. If at all you get stuck or aren't sure how to answer a question, just talk to someone in your network who knows you well. Maybe they can help you. The self-assessment that you'll complete now begins on page 5 in your student booklet and carries on to pages 6 and 7. It contains a number of categories. Categories that contain examples of skills that matter at work. Your job will be to go through each skill and score yourself on a score of 1, 2, or 3. 1 means always, 2 is a score that means sometimes, and 3 means that you never perform that skill. And if you aren't currently working or have never had a job before, answer those questions in reference to school. For example, I come to school on time. Pause this video now and complete pages 5, 6, and 7 in your student booklet. Come on back to this video for further instruction when you're finished. Now that you've finished reflecting on your own soft skills using the self-assessment tool, the next step will be to identify an appropriate goal and begin creating a plan. In a moment, I'll ask you to go to page 8 in your student booklet to acknowledge and list your strengths. You'll do that by reviewing the self-assessment tool and looking for areas where you've consistently scored yourself with 1s. It's important to recognize where you're strong. But at the same time, through a continuous improvement lens, it'll be important for you to identify an area where you can and possibly should improve upon. In a moment, I'll ask you to pause this video and complete questions 1 and 2 on page 8 in your student booklet. Question 1 will ask you to identify areas where you have found soft skills that are strengths of yours. Question 2 will ask you to look at areas in your self-assessment where you could see that you had given yourself a score of 2 or 3. These are the areas typically where there can be improvement, and those will likely be the areas where you'll find skills that would be appropriate for setting goals. Once you've finished question 2 and identified a skill that you would like to set a goal to improve in, it'll be time to establish a plan to help you with that goal. Pause this video now and answer questions 1 and 2, and then identify a goal that you would like to set as a SMART goal. Resume this video when you're finished. Now that you've identified a skill that you'll set as a goal to improve in, take a look at page 9 in your student booklet. It is an example goal that's been set. The SMART plan is a plan to ensure that you can be successful with that goal. The example on page 9 is the goal of arriving at work on time. A SMART goal takes into consideration the following: listing that goal and being specific. What do I want to accomplish? Why do I want to achieve this? And so on. Making sure that the goal is measurable. Considering how you'll measure progress and how you'll know when the goal is accomplished. Making sure that the goal is achievable. What is the best way that you're going to go about doing it? And ensuring that you've thought about what steps that you'll take to make it work. Next, you want to make sure that the goal is realistic. How confident are you that you can accomplish that goal? And what will make it most likely that you're going to accomplish it? Lastly, you want to think about the timeliness of it. When will you start the goal? How will you know when you've reached the goal? And what is going to be a good time to reassess and to reevaluate that goal to look at growth? Now it's time for you to write your own SMART goal to help you to improve your soft skills. This will make you a more valued employee and will help to assist you with keeping your job. Just start with one goal. Make it manageable. There are 2 more charts provided to you to help you write additional goals after you've been successful at reaching and maintaining this goal. Pause this video now and list your goal at the top of page 10. And then use the SMART goal chart to create your plan to help ensure your success with that goal. At this point, you've now reflected on your own soft skills, determined a skill that you'd like to improve, and set a SMART goal with a plan to help you improve that skill and accomplish your goal. Before you begin putting your plan into action, I'd like to introduce you to one more resource that may prove valuable to you with accomplishing your goal and deepening your understanding of the other vital soft skills. Keep Your Job is a resource created by the Alberta Learning Information System, also known as ALICE. This free resource contains sections that will relate to your goal and the other vital soft skills that employers are looking for in their employees. This resource contains excellent information and activities related to the skills and attitudes that we know as soft skills. This resource is extensive and covers many topics. All sections in this resource are worth exploring. However, I'd recommend that you begin with the section that relates specifically to the goal you've set. These sections have been outlined for you within your PowerPoint as well as in your student booklet. Let's look at the example of the SMART goal given to you on page 9 in your student booklet as an example. The goal here was to arrive at work on time. Now, if we were to cross-reference that with the sections listed in your PowerPoint or the sections within your student booklet, we'll find that that goal, arriving at work on time, corresponds with time management skills. To work on that goal, I will focus only on pages 25 to 31. And now I will find that section by scrolling down and beginning on page 25. If you aren't sure which section in your ALICE resource corresponds with your goal, check with someone in your network. Lastly, I'd like to show you how to find the ALICE resource. Similarly to the other resources such as the PowerPoint and student booklet, use Google Chrome and search for Pembina Trails website. Once on the main page of Pembina Trails School Division, under What We Offer, select Career and Community. Once on this page, you'll click on the Additional Resources page. As you begin to scroll down, you'll see the entire Preparing for Work series. We're looking at Section 8, How to Keep a Job. To open the ALIS Keep Your Job resource, click on it. And please remember, just like your student booklet, make sure to download and save a copy. That way you won't risk losing your work. For further recommendations on how to balance school and a job, feel free to explore pages 12, 13, and 14 in your student booklet. Good luck.